Hey guys, what I have in my hands right here is a tried and true, super budget friendly rifle scope that's been around for many years, and as of this video it is under the $40 price point. So I'm going to get it unboxed, get it mounted, and test it. This is the Simmons 22 mag 4x32 Truplex Reticle rifle scope with 1-inch Weaver style rings, 1-inch tube. As you can see there, toolless turrets, fully coated optics, water fog proof construction, shock proof construction, and again under the $40 price point. Has really good eye relief. The scope alone weighs about 8.5 ounces. So let's get it unboxed. Here's the manual. Some looks like to be booklet, cleaning cloth. It looks like in there. Yeah, I think that's a cleaning cloth, and you got the, feels like a wrench, Allen wrench. Again, this scope comes with the Weaver style or Picatinny scope rings, and it, wow, they're already tightened down. They're not loose. Scope cap covers. I'm gonna have to weigh this scope here because it feels super light. 13 ounces. Scope rings and all. Wow, very audible. Left and right. See what the reticle looks like here. I'll even mount it and hook it up for you guys. Let me go ahead and get this mounted here. So I got this Simmons scope mounted to my 25 caliber Avenger PCP airgun because it has the Picatinny and dovetail rail system on top here, and that's what these rings are for. I got them loose on here, as you can see. The scope is loose. So now I'm gonna make sure that my scope is set where I need it to be on my rail. Looks like I got good eye clearance, all that jazz. And I got my plumb line down here. So what I'm gonna do is tighten up my scope base here, screws, 30 inch-pounds on my fat wrench. So let's do it. Wow, those are pretty close. The orientation of the screws themselves are pretty close to each other. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the top rings torqued down if they're not already, because this is already out of the box like this. I have my fat wrench set to 16 inch-pounds. I'm going to torque down my bubble level on the side here to use as a double confirmation because I'm using my bog pod bullseye at 0 here, just to get the reticle level if it is not. Okay, so the reticle and the plumb line are vertical, straight up and down. It is spot on out of the box. Holy cow. Wow. Alright, let's torque these screws down if they're not already. What? Are you kidding me? These screws are already torqued to spec. Wow, 16 inch-pounds and already torqued to spec. Can you believe that? You know what? Before I even start shooting, I want to get Simmons on the phone and see if these scopes are set up like this on purpose. That is crazy. Out of the box. You know what that means? You could just slap this right on the gun, literally, and start shooting. Wow. That is nuts. The only thing you have to do is just make sure that your base screws are tightened to torque enough.
Hi, this is John. How can I help you?
Hi, John. My name is James. How's it going today?
It's going pretty good right now. And yourself?
That sounds pretty good. I'm doing all right. I've just been on a phone call waiting for somebody. It sounds like you guys are busy.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Mondays and Tuesdays, those are our busiest days.
I got a couple questions you might be able to answer for me, and it's about a product line that I guess is Bushnell owned Simmons now?
Correct.
Okay. Well, the model number that I am asking or calling about is the 511022, the 4x32 22 mag scope from Simmons.
All right, let me take a look here. Okay, the 4x32.
Correct. The questions I was wondering about, I see you have a lot of specifications listed on the website about it, and I just wondered if you wouldn't happen to have any extra that you would know of if I asked you about, well, I was wondering also about the scope rings that it comes with. I noticed that when I got it out of the box, they were pretty much pre-torqued already on the scope itself and leveled. I didn't know if that was standard.
I believe so, yes.
So the 4x32 scope comes right out of the box already leveled to the reticle and standard torque. That's pretty good.
Correct. Yeah. The other thing you would have to do is, of course, attach it to the mount.
Scope base, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you happen to know what the torque specs are? Because when I tested it with my torque wrench, it pretty much matched what's the standard for the torquing settings on the scope screws.
Yeah, let me for the base itself. I believe it should be set to 30-inch pounds.
Okay, and then the top caps are 16-inch pounds probably?
Correct.
Okay. All right, and then also I didn't notice on the scope, it didn't say anywhere, but right as I was on the phone looking in through the manual, this scope is parallaxed at 50 yards because it doesn't specify that on the website, on the web page.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what it's from the factory settings. Set at 50 yards.
Okay. And another question: what is this scope rated? I mean, I know it's meant. It seems like it's meant for a rimfire setup, but what recoil or what's it rated for? Because on the box here it shows like different animals that it shows the small game and then like a medium-sized game like a deer on the actual box of the scope.
Yeah, I believe it's the yeah, I think it's the scope itself are tested on a sled that reproduces 375 Magnum round.
Okay, well that's good to know. That's a lot of recoil.
Right.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the information.
All right.
Yep, that's all I needed. I appreciate it again. Thanks for taking my call.
All right. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to transfer you to a survey. It's just one quick question. Take about 3 seconds.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Please stay on the line for a brief survey.
Well, that was a very interesting and reassuring phone call. So now I'm going to get the side shot mounted to this 4x32 Simmons scope just to see how clear it is and get it zeroed in to this rifle. Okay, so I have a target set about 30 yards downrange, and I am actually freehanding this. or offhanding this off a bag because I'm setting this gun up for hunting, and I'm using the H&N Barracuda 31 grain and this 25 cal. Wow, are you kidding me? Right below the bull. Dead center shot, right below bull, vertically. So I am moving the reticle now, and I'm gonna hold the gun as steady as possible. There we go. Let's take one more shot to confirm. Here we go. Offhand bags again. Bullseye. Here's about 30 yards. As you can see right there, one right below the bull directly and one touching the bull. Wow. Just make some minor adjustments here, a little bit to the left. We'll be on the money. All right, this shot's to confirm. Another bull hit. Yes. These optics are crystal clear with this etched reticle. They say there's a little bit of distortion in etched reticles, but man, this 4x32 is just crystal clear. I don't know if you guys can tell the side shot footage, but it looks like it on the screen here that it's just amazingly clear. Scope is already zeroed, dialed in, leveled, torqued. The fast quick focus eyepiece is crystal clear, super fine. The turrets click, very audible. Man, this scope is something else. So it figures it started raining on me and I had to set up a new target down there because my papers got soaked. Typical Indiana weather for you. Now I'm going to verify that this scope holds zero. I'm going to shoot on my new target, and then I'm going to tap the turrets with the hammer and take another shot and see if it still appears to be at the same POI, point of impact. Okay, here we go. Money. So now I'm going to tap the reticle, tap the scope with the hammer. Got another one loaded in. Let's see where it lands. They're both right there. Here's the target, the fresh target. You can see the last two shots right here touching each other. I was getting my scope adjusted because it was shooting to the right, as you've seen on the paper target, and then I moved it over just a hair too much and I moved it back about halfway. For offhand 30 yards, that's pretty good for a little 4x32 scope that is made for getting set and hunting, you know, not for really tracking or nothing like that. That's why I'm not doing that, because it's made for getting on the gun, getting it zeroed, and leave it be. So with that said, this Simmons 4x32 scope can definitely save you some money and time getting this thing dialed in and leaving it be. If that's what you're looking for in a scope, just getting it mounted and be done with it. And there's no finagling out in the woods like I would use it for hunting purposes. You don't have to change this, change that, adjust this, adjust that. You get it set and you're ready to go. And that's why I wanted to get this to try it out again, because these have been out for many, many years. So Everybody, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little take on the Simmons 4x32. See you on the next one.